For those who don't know me, I'm David Parsons, and our guest speaker today is Associate Professor Barr. I think you can just call him Barr, and he's from Hue University of Agriculture and Forestry in Vietnam. And I think I've known Barr for about 5 years now, probably a bit more than 5 years. We've worked together on a project in Vietnam, which is a joint project between Hue University and University of Tasmania. Peter Lane was the project leader for that project, and Aduli has also worked on that project. And hopefully we're going to be funded soon for another 4 years and continue the work that we've been doing on cattle systems in Vietnam. But without further ado, I'll hand the time over to Barr, and hopefully we'll have some time left at the end to answer some questions. So make sure you give them a chance to ask some questions. And the only other thing that I wanted to say is apologies, but I have to leave just before 1 o'clock. So I'll
2 o'clock.
Before 2 o'clock. And I'll thank you now, and hopefully somebody can give Quan a bit of a help with getting the room back to the way it was beforehand, and moving some tables and so on. So
yeah, thank you very much, Dave. Good morning, good afternoon, not morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for attending my speaking today. And first of all, I would like to introduce to you a little bit by myself. My name is Ba, and I'm now senior lecturer in Hue University of Agriculture and Forestry, where the central of Vietnam used to be an ancient city, capital of Vietnam. And I'm work in Faculty of Animal Science. It means mainly I work with livestock production. And related to Australian and my university, I used to be a coordinator of Asia project. We're going to improve beef production in central Vietnam, and also the coordinator another project, sustainable and profitable crop and livestock system for South Central Coastal Vietnam. I work with Peter Lan and David and some people here. And will be Asia project leader developing productive and profitable smallholder beef enterprise in Central Vietnam. Yeah, we do hope we will fund very soon. And these are the people I work with. Yeah. First project for a long time. I mean, in the 1997. Yeah, I worked with the DPI Rockhampton and Cicero in Queensland. The people there called me the legend. I work with in the project to improve beef production system. Mainly that project I focus on introduce Lucina tree in central Vietnam as a fodder feed for animals. And the next project I work with this man. He's expert on the forage. Yeah, his name is Bruce Cook. He retired already. I'm very happy when I attended the Congress, Grassland Congress. I met him. Yeah, for a long time, 10 years ago. Yeah, and the next project is 2004 up to 2007. These are people I work with. Some people know very well this man is Bill Winter. He's the program manager of Asia, and Peter Doyce, project leader, and Carol, he's the coordinator of RUDAP, funded by Australian government in Quảng Ngãi province. And two men here, Mr. Kuang now is the vice director of NIS, National Institute of Animal Science, and Professor Moan used to be vice rector of Hue University, and Miss Claire Lepsin, and here's myself, yeah. And current project I work with Some people here, I think that you know very well, it's very close to work with us and provide a lot of capacity building for our university. Yeah. And the topic I present today, I would like to introduce to you some basic information of cattle production system in South Central Coastal Vietnam, and has some opportunities to improve cattle production system and some strategy for improving beef production in South Central Coastal Vietnam. Some people know very well about the beef cattle in Vietnam, but I think that some people here never been in Vietnam, so I would like to introduce a little bit. Cattle production in Vietnam is a traditional and a very important component in the smallholder farm system. And now today, the demand for beef has been increased. There are many reasons for that. First of all, it's increased population. You know, now today, Vietnam is nearly 90 million people, increased a lot. Yeah, and we can call Vietnam the imported country. We imported a lot of live cattle and also the beef from the other country like Australia, New Zealand and other country. And the second reason is the improvement of disposable income. Now today the livelihood and the living standard of Vietnamese people has been increased, so the demand of beef, especially the high quality of beef, increasing. And Vietnam also the tourism country, so this also requires demand for beef increasing. And the increasing demand for beef has created opportunity for small farmers to improve household income by moving from the extensive to intensive system. Yeah, but cattle production in Vietnam are now facing a lot of challenges: available feed resources and poor quality of feed, and available labor, and also competition for raising land. And our farmers still lack of knowledge and skill in terms of raising cattle. And I now would like to introduce a little bit to you about our study region. Here my university located here in the central Vietnam, and this is the area we call South Central Coastal. The three provinces here we work with in current project, the Bình Định, Phú Yên and Ninh Thuận. And some characteristics of these provinces: the annual rainfall not very high. I mean in Vietnam, it means 1,200 up to 700 millimeter. But it's in comparison with Australia, a little bit high. Yeah, and the soil here, mainly the sandy soils and a very poor qualities, and also the raining is concentrated in very short time. We can call it flooding season or raining season. So it happens with the agricultural activities, the waterlogging. And about the cattle population, you know, here from the 2001 to 2011, the trend of cattle population increased from the 2000 up to 2007, and after that the number of cattle decreased. But the cattle production, cattle yields increase. There are some reasons. First of all, the land for grazing very limited and tend to be decreased because of many reasons. Industrial population increasing, so that is the effect on the cattle production. I mean the number of cattle decrease. And also the cattle moving from the intensive to the intensive system. So that is the main reason to increase the beef production. So if we make the comparison between the Australia, you know, in average in Australia around the 0.7 to 0.85 people, you have one cattle, and in Vietnam, 16.5 people, we only had one cattle, very different. And we can say that the one cattle in Australia equals 3 cattle in Vietnam. I will tell you later on. Yeah. And the system here mainly based on cow-calf system, and cattle raising system mainly intensive grazing from common land and mixture of grazing and feed supplement at night time, and mainly supplement use crop residues such as rice straw, maize stover, and also some supplement like cassava powder, rice bran, crushed rice, and also the cut and carry grass and elephant grass. And in terms of after doing a survey in 3 provinces, you know, mainly the farmer here apply the grazing and supplement, and also a little bit different between the province. In Ninh Thuận, the wide area, so mainly a lot of farmer apply this system, and also some farmer apply the freely grazing, but very few farmer applies stone fat. Yeah, little bit different between the provinces. And in terms of farm size, you know, if we make comparison between the lowland and mountainous area, mainly the farmer keep around the 3 to 5 head of cattle per household. So very rare farmer keep higher number of cattle. In terms of cattle genetic, very different between the lowland and mountainous area. You know, in the lowland, the farmer keep around more than 60% of crop breed between the local breed and Zebu type. I mean, the Red Sindhi and Brahman. Yeah. And the quality of cattle. Yeah. Here we did a lot of survey. We are waiting a lot of cattle in this region. You know, that is for local rate at about 36 months of age, and the weight of cattle just around 200 kilos. In wild, crop rate between the Red Sindhi and local rate around 150, and crop between the local and Brahman around 300 kg at 36 months of age. And in terms of feed, short stick, we do a survey. You look at this. There are many farmer short stick feed for cattle around 2, 3, even 4 months per year. And in terms of reproduction management, you know, little bit very different between the different zones. In the lowland, many people applied artificial insemination, and in the mountainous areas, mainly the farmer applied natural service or controlled natural insemination. And we do a workshop with the farmer, analyze it in cattle production system in South Central Coastal Vietnam. Here is some result, strong point, weak point, opportunity and threat. But mainly finding from this is a lack of profit is a major concern in cattle production in South Central Coastal Vietnam. I can go more detail about it. Yeah. Now I would like to introduce to you, talk to you about some opportunity to improve beef cattle production system in Vietnam. First of all, I would like to introduce the finishing system. Here the some result. We use byproduct or available feed resources for beef cattle. We conducted the trial using industrial cassava bagasse for cattle. And we're making a silage with some additive, as the shown molasses and bran. Yeah. And after making silage, the pH decrease, especially after 1 week. It means we can store cassava bagasse silage for a long time, can be used for cattle. And also the HCN, it is the toxicity, very dangerous toxicity for cattle. And after silage, the HCN decrease. It means the cassava bagasse can be used for silage, can be used for cattle. No worry about the toxicity if we making a silage. And the second experiment from the period Asia project, we using cassava powder as a supplement for cattle. And without this experiment, we found that when we increase amount of cassava powder, the natural nutrient fiber digestibility tend to be decreased. And also the very strong relationship between the cassava powder intake and live weight gain. From this experiment, we can conclusion limited amount of cassava powder, because the cassava powder not use a lot of amounts, just around 0.7 up to 1.3% of live weight, and increase in cassava powder had decreased NDF digestibilities and positive regression between the amount of cassava powder and live weight gain, and also the protein sources need to be added when using cassava powder. And the next one, we conducted the experiment using mixed concentrate for cattle in growing phase. And from this experiment, we found that very strong relationship between the concentrate intake and live weight change. And the next one, we also conduct experiment using mixed concentrate for yellow cattle in finishing phase. Here some result. From this result, we found that if we increase the nutritive in the cattle diet, even for local cattle, we also get very high live weight gain. You have a look here. When we offer the cattle 2.2% of concentrate, our cattle can grow around 1 kilo per day. And also the very strong relationship between the concentrate intake and also live weight gain. It means from these experiments, we recommend with the farmer increase in quality of cattle diet. It is very important when we apply the finishing system. And also we conducted another experiment how to affect the crude protein level on the yellow cattle performance in finishing phase. We also found the strong relationship between the crude protein intake and live weight gain. And here, these experiments we conduct on-station research, and also from the on-station research we testing on-farm level. Also, we also found that the amount of concentrate intake very strong relationship with the live weight gain. And this is the first opportunities. And now I will talk the second opportunity to increase income or develop improve cattle production system in central Vietnam. Either introduce new forest species or develop forest species, cultivated forest. Look at this picture. You know, there's some farmer change a lot, and nowadays our government have a new policy. Through that policy, we can call reconstruction agriculture section. It means they would like to increase animal section and also ship up some land used to be for another crop to be grass or forages. Yeah. Here the picture. These are people. Some farmer apply the horticulture, and other farmer can grow forage in the same area. And here there's some movement from the intensive or we can grazing to spit-on system. And why we do that? Yeah. To improve system, to key strategies, better utilization available feed resources. I mean from the crop residues. And the second is to introduce new forages. And you know, in recent years, many forage species has been imported and evaluated for adoption, for biomass use, and for quality across Vietnam. But very little evidence of widespread adoption by farmer. Yeah. And the key question here is the finding suitable forage species for sandy soil in South Central Vietnam is a key issue. And now we conduct two activities here. First of all, the forage trial, and second, we can call forage development in farm level. And first, we conduct the forage trial in 3 provinces. We introduced 5 new forage species for farmers in each province, and we apply the follow the scientists. And here the 5 forage species we testing on farm trial is the Panicum maximum TD58 and Mulatto 2 and VAO6 and Pasphalum atratum stylosantax. And from the result from this experiment, we found that if we apply very good management, I mean the very good fertilizer, very good irrigation, very good management, these 5 species here produce very high biomass. Yeah. If we make a compare with the other region in Vietnam, in South Sandy soil, the same. You see here the very high dry matter biomass obtained. And from this experiment, we also conduct the workshop for the extension people, farmer, and people working in the policy. I mean the people working in that Department of Agriculture and Rural Development in different level, district, provincial level. From this workshop, many people prefer some species, TD58, VAO6 or Mulatto 2. Mainly the reason is that these species produce high biomass yields. And the second activities we organize on-farm forage developments. 15 farmers in each province tested a range of bed intervention under farm condition. The bed intervention were introduce new forests, better use existing forage fodder resources, and better cattle feeding practice, and better animal management. And the end of project, around 95% of bed farmer was using improved forage, and around 90% had expanded area for growing new forage species. And we also conducted farm preference in different forest species, and farmer with cow calf system, they prefer mulatto 2 or TD58 because the more lip and stem ratio, and also the high palatable for cattle. And farmer operating fattening system, they prefer the VAO6, and some area with the water locking, the farmer prefer the Patpalum atratum. In terms of impact of forest developments, we also conducted evaluate the impact of forest development on socio-economic, and the end of project we found that the labor time for cattle production decreased, a half of time. Before, the January of 2011, many people used from the 6 hours to 10 hours for looking after cattle. But nowadays, in the middle of 2012, the farmer just using for 2 and 3 hours for feeding cattle. And the farmers used to save labor for other activities like do housework, look after grandparents, children, etc. Yeah. And here is some farmer story. Her mother can save time for look after family, and her daughter have time for learning, for going, for preparing for learning and studying. Yeah. And in terms of environmental impact, by developing or promoting semi-intensive or semi-intensive system, the risk of environmental damage from the overgrazing of common land should decrease. And also the timing here, we maybe negative impact in sandy soils, timing and rate of fertilizer and manure application for forest crop growth on sandy soil will require careful consideration and management to avoid the risk nutrient leaching or runoff. And here there's some conclusion of, from the forest development. And now the third, I would like to show you the third opportunities with a better utilization available feed resources. This is funded by government organization. Yeah. We conducted to know how the potential crop residues, and we collect the information at the farms level, and from the rice production, if we harvest one rice and we have around 0.85 rice straw in rye form, and from this we can have, our pig farmer can have around 5 ton or 6 ton from maize stover or from peanut or from the cassava sugarcane. It is a very huge potential. So from this activity, some compound, they can increase number of animals if they use better utilization these resources for the cattle. And we do some activities. We increase the nutritive value for rice straw by using urea to treat it. And here we introduce the farmer how to treat rice straw. And we introduce the farmer how to make a silage from the cassava stalk and sugarcane top. And the farmer can making silage in the small nylon bag, something like that. Here, the 500 kilos of cassava stalk and leaf. Yeah. And we also do analysis chemical composition from the different type of crop residues. From this, you see that for, like rice straw. If we use saturated rice straw, the feed intake is increased. Yeah. If the right form, the cattle just consume about 1.5, 1.7% of live weight. But when after treating, the cattle consume about 2%. And digestibility is also increase around 10%. This is a very strong positive. And especially the cassava stalk or sugarcane top, you know, because the seasonal problem, the harvesting just happen very short time, so a lot of waste, the farmer cannot use it. So if the farmer apply this technique, the feeding year out can be covered. And here some picture. We introduce farmer. Here the farmer apply the sugarcane top silage and the rice treated urea treated rice straw. And now I would like to tell you the third section. It's a strategy for improved beef production system in South Central Cattle in Vietnam. It is strategy. We would like to move from the keeper to producer. Yeah, here the freely grazing now move to semi-intensive or intensive system. And some strategy like that. First, develop beef production is one potential section of reconstruction in agriculture economic of some province. And moving from the cattle keeper to producer, and apply suitable technique and biotechnical technology to improve beef yield and quality. And also the good linkage between the production and market. Yeah. And also the solution must be comprehensive. You know, before many scientists just look at improve genetic potential, but they forget improve feeding management. So we get failed some program, yeah, especially when we improve genetic potential in mountainous area. Yeah, that's program failed in term not only in cattle but also another livestock like pig and poultry. And the main solution is the feeding year out, cultivated high yielding forage variety, conservation and processing surplus feed, and better utilization by product. And we would like to thank Crawford Fund for the trip. We bring around 75 people. I mean from the farmer, extension people and agricultural policy maker from the 4 provinces. Peter Land and myself bring them to the Aka. Aka is a central highland. This place is a very good model for the farmer, for the people, learn about the system. So from this trip, we have some lessons learned. First, comprehensive solution. Yeah, we call it four house, 4 nhà. Yeah, nhà in Vietnam means house. Should be sit together and talk together. It means the farmer, bank, policy, and scientists. If they go separate, that's problem. Yeah. The second one is improving access to the market require farmer to collaborate in cooperative or similar. In Đắk Lắk, in this there are some village or commune. They set up interactive group or club, cattle club. It's very good for the farmer to sharing knowledge, to learn it from each other, and also the easy to access the market, and also the parallels between the improved potential genetic and feeding management improvement. This is a lesson learned from the trip to Đắk Lắk. Yeah. And here is the expected big cattle in the future in Vietnam. Yeah, moving this system, and we will produce high quality and quantity beef for domestic consumption. And further work from the we intend to do for next extra project, improve cow calf system and improve beef yield and quality by improve feeding management and potential genetic, and also the forest development. Look at water locking and also forest management and better utilization by product, market value chains and knowledge exchange pathway. And on behalf of myself and our university, I would like to thank Crawford Fund, funded for trip for me attend here, and also attended the Grassland Congress in Sydney, and also the funded for our farmer the trip to Daklak, and also the next month, the end of October, Crawford Fund for our another very valuable opportunities to conduct the training course on scientific writing skill. Will be organized, we will conduct it in Hue. There are many young scientists from the different organizations in Vietnam want to be attend this training course. And also I would like to thank Asia funded for it, some project, and also would like to thank Utah here, work with us for a long time, and in terms of not only for agriculture, not only for the farmer, but also for our staff. You know, there are many opportunities for our young staff like Kwon and Hai here doing master course, and also some scientists in our university have the opportunity to increase a lot of in terms of research approach or English, etc. And especially I would like to thank Associate Professor Peter Len, Dr. David Parson worked with me for a long time and still continue work in the future. And also would like to thank many scientists from Utah like Edu Lee, Rowan and Lori, etc. Thank you very much for your attention. Yeah. Okay, I present more than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Questions?
Yeah. Yes.
Do you see a change to larger herd sizes to increase productivity, or would that just have social costs that would outweigh the benefits of having cattle per person? So each farm, if they had more cattle, would that benefit?